What's happening, gamers? It's Damron. Welcome to part 7 of my complete Far Cry 2 playthrough, which brings us to Southwest Leboa-Sako. If you've been following my guide, we just finished the southern section of the northern portion of the game, Leboa-Sako, and we're continuing west into the southwest region. So the first thing we're going to get here is our first diamond briefcase. You can see I'm south of that main road, kind of in between the road and the railroad tracks, actually, near that body of water. And if you look off, you know where I was on the map, just go exactly where I was, you'll see this small shack. Inside this shack is going to be our next diamond briefcase, sitting right here on this wooden crate. From that diamond briefcase, now we're going to go ahead and head south all the way to the railroad tracks, where we're going to find our next safe house. As I've mentioned in all of the previous parts of this guide, every time we unlock a safe house, it's a good idea to go ahead and save that so that we don't miss any of the collectibles, in the sense of you die, you have to recollect them. But also at this safe house is our next diamond briefcase. You can see a couple train cars sitting up on the train tracks here. Go into the middle one and you'll be able to destroy this kind of wooden debris and find our next diamond briefcase on the crate there. From that safe house, so you can see now I've gone kind of northwest a little bit. I've gone back to the main road now, so you can see where I am, south of our guard post, north of the bus stop. This is actually one of the underground locations. You'll come here a little bit later on, but we'll touch that later on in the series. But first off, outside of the house on a wooden crate is our next diamond briefcase. Progressing on from that diamond briefcase, now we're going to go back to the main road, head north to our next guard post. As I've mentioned in all the previous parts of this guide, the guard posts aren't necessarily tied to any particular achievement, but it is good to get these because you'll know what supplies are there, and these also provide us good points of reference for our collectibles. So from this guard post, you can see right here, we know it's a health guard post, but from this, we're also going to get our next diamond briefcase, which is at the guard post itself on top of this building. And if you look to the side of the building, you'll see a small little structure that you can jump on, and jumping on that will allow you to climb up the ladder and grab our next diamond briefcase sitting on the roof here. From that diamond briefcase, now we're going to head to our next guard post, which is just kind of west of us. So we're just going to continue on the main road. We're at the southern portion of that big lake there. So that's our next, guard post. So go ahead and capture that. And then also, if you look towards the body of water from the guard post, our next diamond briefcase is actually on the roof of this little building at the southern edge of the water. So from the guard post, you can run and jump and land on top of that roof to get our next diamond briefcase. From that diamond briefcase, now we're just going to head straight south. So you can see I'm kind of a little bit west of that greenish portion of grass. We're actually kind of up on a grassy knoll up here. So I'm again south of that guard post that we were just at, north of this kind of rock formation. So if you go here, you're actually on top of a little grassy knoll, and you'll know you're in the right place if you see a crashed airplane. So the crashed airplane is the thing you're looking for, and on the wing, the back wing of this airplane, is our next Jackal Tape.
Choose sides in a conflict. I didn't want.
In the same location of the crashed airplane, you can see we're at the same spot. We'll go ahead and get our next golden AK-47. So from that crashed airplane, just a look immediately south and start heading to this large rock wall, and you should see a small cavern entrance that is boarded up by some 2x4s. So go ahead and whip out your machete, take out all of those pieces of wood, and then you'll be able to go into that smaller cavern, and we'll be able to grab our next golden AK. Of course, these aren't tied to an achievement, but this is a reliable weapon to keep with us as we're getting our collectibles, because it's kind of a long journey. From that golden AK, just head west. So you can see I've gone directly west, and there's a tiny little body of water in between these two rock formations on the map. This is it right here. It's a small little body of water. So go where I was, head into the water, and at that level, you'll see a next diamond briefcase sitting on this small rock here. All right, from that diamond briefcase, now we're going to head all the way to the southwesternmost portion of the map, all the way down into the bottom left. You can see I'm to the left of this large rock formation, all the way onto the southwest corner of Southwest Leboa-Sako. So if you go there and you're on the western side, you can see this large rock here that we are now behind, but you should see a wrecked and burned out car, of course, with a dead body laying next to it, and on top of that car is our next diamond briefcase. From that diamond briefcase, now we're just going to head all the way to the northwestern section of this region now. So you can just take the railroad track all the way up, and you can see that we're kind of slightly northwest of our next safe house, kind of out in the open desert to the left of the railroad track. You're looking for this rock formation. It's pretty noticeable. It'll kind of stick out if you just go to this location, and you'll find the next diamond briefcase right on the foot of that rock. And then also, after you grab that, be sure you go ahead and take over the safe house that's on the opposite side of the railroad tracks in that northwestern section. So go ahead and clear out that, as well as drop a save as always. From that safe house, now we're going to head northeast. So you can see we're kind of northeast of the safe house. We're a little bit west of that big body of water. So you can see I'm up here. And if you go to where I am, you're looking for this small, wooden shack-like structure. There'll be a buggy outside of it that you can use if you want to. But inside the shack-like structure, you're going to, find some ammo, some health, as well as our next diamond briefcase. Now we're going to go ahead into the central portion of that lake. There is a safe house there. Again, it's going to be on your map, but you still need to unlock all of the safe houses by killing the enemies that are around them so we can get the achievement. But obviously, it's on their map. Go there. And then from that safe house, we're going to head east, directly east from the safe house in the body of water itself. We're not actually climbing out. You can actually see in the background there's some elevated rock, but we're still down at lake level. And if you go all the way to the eastern side of that, you'll find a small briefcase tucked in some rocks here. From that briefcase, now we're going to head to the northeastern section of this map, and you can see off the main road there's a small kind of alcove that goes into the rock formation, and this is where this safe house is. So be sure you go and capture that. But also in that alcove is our next diamond briefcase. So if you're looking at the door of the safe house, just kind of head right, and you're going to go all the way to the back, and you're going to be able to go through some bushes and eventually around the back side of this rock. And it's, again, it's pretty obvious. Just follow the path, and once you get to the end of that path, you're going to find our next diamond briefcase sitting on the wooden crate here. From that diamond briefcase and from that safe house, now let's head back to the main road, and it's in kind of the same level of the safe house where we're at. So I'm off the main road right here, and I'm just going to go east a little bit and go down, and you're going to find a tiny little body of water. So if you find this body of water, you're in the right spot, and you're going to find this diamond briefcase sitting on a rock. It's kind of hidden behind that bush a little bit, but again, go where I was on the map and you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. And that's actually going to wrap it up for Southwest Leboa-Sako. We've cleared out this region, so now we're going to continue up that road that we're on. We're going to go north just a little bit, and that's going to put us into the western section of Leboa-Sako for part 8. So hopefully I'll see you there. We got a lot of stuff to get in part 8 in West Leboa-Sako, so hopefully I'll see you there, and let's get it done.